Hey guys, BreakWizard59 here. Today I want to come at you with a review of my newest LEGO Star Wars custom. And this is of course from the newest Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens, and is based upon set number 75103, the First Order Transporter. Now this vehicle definitely is a very iconic vehicle, especially in the movies. But for those of you who do not know, in Star Wars Episode 7, this is the vehicle which is used to transport the First Order from their Star Destroyers down to the planets below. Now, each vehicle in the movies and in Star Wars lore can hold up to 20 troops in its main compartment, as well as up to 4 more in the command center, as well as the driver's cabin. Adding to a total of up to 24 or 25 First Order Troopers. Now, the actual LEGO model here, of course, was not built to scale, as this vehicle can hold up to 6 First Order Troopers, which was a bit disappointing, especially because the set was worth $90, so I definitely went in and added a few interesting things, which we'll be taking a look at in this review. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you know there are no spoilers in this video, as all I'll be doing is a review of the actual vehicle, so this is once again a spoiler-free video. But let's just get started. Alright, so we'll start off with a quick 360 view. Here is, of course, a look at your side. Here is a look at the back with our engines. Here's just a look at the other side, which is again exactly identical. And here is a look at the front with our ramp closed. So starting off with our ramp feature here, I left it exactly the same as it was in the actual set. So the way you do that, there is a small lever in the back here, which you would actually pull to let down the actual ramp, as you can see there. And I thought that was a very good feature, and ended up, of course, keeping that in my model. Now, we'll let you start off then with the back. One main difference, as you could see, is I actually added plates around the handle. In the actual model, the back was actually quite exposed, as you could see the Technic build, in order to make the engines, so I definitely added a few plates, and I think that looks very nice. But moving on to the side, this is where I did some more work, and so what I did was I actually extended the entire troop hatch by 6 studs. So what I mean is this. So the actual model could fit up to 4 First Order Troopers, as seen in this picture right here. But my model could fit up to anywhere from 10 to 14 troopers. So basically, I did that by extending this troop hat section once again by 6 studs. And to make sure it was, of course, proportional, I increased it by a 2-stud width. And I think that looks very good. But in terms of the ramp here, this is one of the first modifications I did. Now it is, of course, definitely a bit tough to see the ramp, but basically the ramp was not accurate, as it was actually, at least in the movies, a black ramp with some translucent gray or blue lights. So I tried to do the best with the parts I had. You could see we got the 2 black ramps and some dark bluish gray tiles to represent a bit of the more translucent colored lights. You of course have your 2 headlights on each side, as well as one on the top right there. And of course that's pretty much how I did the troop hatch. Now the top here is pretty much similar. I kept the like the triangular parts here, just added a little bit more of dark bluish gray just to give it a bit of a more nicer look instead of having the plain light gray. And so I actually did, of course, leave the engine section here completely the same as it was in the set. The only thing LEGO had actually done wrong was squished the troop hatch, which I of course fixed. Now, in terms of accessibility to the interior, this entire section just lifts off like so, and it's very easily accessible. And we'll put that down to the side, and then of course this back section here also lifts right off, which we'll take a look at afterwards. So we'll actually now just take a quick look at the interior. Alright, here's just a quick better look at the roof of each section. You of course have your main driver's compartment here, which we'll take a quick bit of a closer look at. Now the actual model here, as you could see in the picture, their troop hatch was pretty much similar to mine, except the window was just a black tile with a sticker. Now I sadly didn't like that, so I actually did add a actual window, as you could see there. And when it's closed, it definitely blends in pretty well with the black parts on the side, making it look normal. And then this is just a quick look at the hatch where the trooper can come out to man the guns. Here is just a better look at the detailing for the main troop hatch portion. I actually did add this weapon here instead of having the stud-loaded shooters. And I thought it was pretty accurate. I did see this in a bit of a diorama, and I definitely tried to make it the best representation in Lego. So that is, of course, the little blaster on the top. But those are your roof parts. Alright, here's a look at the interior, and it is a bit tough to see. But basically, what I did once again was increase the entire troop hatch by 6 studs, enabling up to 14 troops to be inside. Now, when I say up to 14 troops, what I mean is this. If I were to put the first order troopers, as I'll show you right here, but if I were to put them basically helmet to helmet, separating them only by 1 stud, like so. So I just separate them by 1 stud, as seen there, which is a bit squished up there. But if I did that on each side, I could fit up to 7 troopers. But I do prefer having them 2 studs apart. Therefore, I would actually be able to fit up to 12 troopers. So I'll be right back. Now, sadly, I did not have my first order troopers. I actually was going to get the first order battle pack, but sadly those were sold out, so I have to just show you them with our nice episode 3 clones. But this is how it would look if I were to fully populate it, and I think that looks really awesome. But in terms of the command center, so the actual model, actually we'll take a quick look. Basically, only the troop center would be removable. This back section is pretty much built in, so you could not remove it. The only thing in the back was your little chair there for your gunner. But basically what I did was I added on a little command center. Now, it is a bit tough to see. There you go. But basically, I have this section here, which is basically like the bridge coming in from the troop center. And then you, of course, have your gunner here. And then this section here, I just have a small control panel as well as a couple of clips for blasters. So that, of course, section would be holding 2 more troopers. Oops. Which I definitely like. Because that would, of course, gain more accessibility. And here is one final look at the entire model all put back together. And actually, I lastly just wanted to show you is the play features of this vehicle. So I actually, of course, added a few play features, including the spring-loaded shooters, which actually are now, instead of on the top, I did have them concealed here in the bottom section over here. So basically, this is where the spring-loaded shooters are now. You can see there is one here in this section on the other side. So I thought that was a pretty fun little place to put the spring-loaded shooters, because they're not they're concealed pretty well, but at the same time have the firing capability. But that's pretty much it for this review of my LEGO Star Wars First Order Transporter. So of course I want to thank you so much for watching. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And of course stay tuned for more Force Awakens mocks, probably coming in the future. So once again, I want to thank you so much for watching. This is BrookWizard59, and I'll see you all next time.